Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today let's play a 3-spirit solo against Russia, and our spirits are Many Minds, Darkness, and Wildfire transforming version. And basically this team was chosen based on the fact that Many Minds has Bedevil and can move the presence, and we can move Wildfire's presence to deal damage in Silverland. And Darkness can also abduct Wildfire Presence to drop it for 1 damage. So we have a lot of Wildfire special rule combos that might be able to accelerate our pace of solving the board. So yeah, that's how this game plays out. So we got board F, board B, and board H. Okay. Darkness starts at the highest number, one in the highest number jungle and two in the lowest number jungle. One of them is Incarna. Maybe Darkness can take word F. So if Darkness takes word F, it's it's easy to pick up the city and try to pocket this land. And Wildfire probably can take word B, and we can probably try to make land for a dump land for many mines, and we can ask Darkness to solve this land too, which is kind of far away from this dump land. So yep, let's do this. Let's start many mines on board H. Darkness on board F with a what was this? I deleted the Dangerous Darkness by accident. First you press the plus button. Okay. The minimize takes board H. For H. Grab a destroy bag. And Wildfire takes over board B with 2 blight on land 5. And let's see how this game goes. And it's actually Mountain Star, which is very interesting because we have a lot of interconnecting mountains, which we can probably just try to use Wildfire Presence to solve lands. We'll see. Okay, so how do we start? Let's take a draft on Wildfire first with G2, uncovering bottom track, drafting in minor, and we got enticing, which is kind of a card. The only issue is that it needs to target a land with blightless without blight at range 0, and Wildfire has a lot of lands with blight. But overall, it's still a pretty good card. Rights is a very interesting card. Against Russia, it doesn't have too strong of a value, but it can help out to pocket. Also has fire and earth. Domesticated is also pretty strong, but it's also 0 range. The upside is that it has fire and animal, which is probably very strong for us. I think I like this 0 cost more because Wildfire bottom track has, needs some uh needs to take care of the energy economy. And playing 0 cost is generally considered strong for us. We can take enticing, but before that, we're gonna, take the growth from other spirits. So Wildfire throws bottom track, drafting a minor as well. And looking for good element cards, but we don't find it. But it's fine because we still have some very good cards. We have Confounding, which is a pretty good defense. Guardian Serpents is also a nice defense as long as we can get, Many Mind Sacred Site in there. Unquenchable is not a card, and Call of the Hallways is also pretty interesting because it has like, moon and animal. It doesn't have the air, which is kind of sad, but it's still a pretty good card. It can remove a dude and also add the Han, which is pretty strong for us. So we might take a Call of the Hallways. Okay. So our turn one is probably gonna be Terror of the Night's Haunted. Terror of the Haunted, which means we don't really have a way to make use of Call of the Hallways. I mean, unless we go top track. Here's an argument that we go top track and playing these two cards. Call of the Hallways plus Terror of the Night's Haunted can solve like two issues. I think it's quite tempting. The only downside is that next turn we don't have a free cards play to, empty our board with like very high tempo. Um, we're gonna play Reach next turn with Swallow. This is for sure. We'll still have to play exactly a Moon Air card, which has to be a merge. So these one costs are pretty unfortunate for us, because that means we can't really play them on turn one. It's still fine though. We need to figure out how to solve the issues. Mm, um, I think I still stick to the bottom track plan, such that we're gonna have a very big turn next turn, and we can take Call of the Hallways, but just don't play it. Confoundedness is also pretty strong, so let's take Call of the Hallways. The energy icon is like kind of sad that we don't have enough to play both, but it's fine. And many minds just takes the ordinary growth. Hmm. So what do we do on this mountain star? Do we take 8 blight? Do we take 0 blight? Hmm. If we want to, we don't have to take blight on the first mountain ravage, but we have to take a rush at 6. So I think the idea is that Wildfire grows here, solve this land, take the devil, solve land 3 as well. And then the dude is probably gonna be pushed over somewhere else, like land 5 or something. Maybe land 2. And then this is gonna build into Explorer and the town. And we probably this is kind of sad because I mean we definitely cancel both lands, but hmm, thing. Trying to make the turn one bedevil work. Uh, oh, how do we do? If we take a Russia 6, can we take Russia 6 on 7? I think 7 is Also a pretty good, Russia 6 target. We also want to solve it like almost immediately. Taking Russia 6 on turn 1 is not very ideal. Especially we want to make our dump land Russia 6, which means it has to have at least one explorer over there. It's gonna make it two. Hmm. Thinking. If the next explorer is exactly wetland, we can just take a, Russia 6 on wetland. It's gonna be almost free. And H7 has very good adjacency, so it's still a pretty good dump land. If it's not wetland, if it's sand. If it's sands, probably still pursued over to 7. Um, okay, so I think the idea is that I don't try to solve both mountains. I take a blight on land 3, even though it's like very tempting for her to solve it. Instead, we let Wildfire take the devil, solve this land 4. Push the dude probably into 7 or something. So this is our first turn, actually. We're gonna play the devil instead of EMS. And Wildfire take enticing, I presume. And don't play any cards, just grow. We're gonna grow um, into land 7 for 1 here, pushing the Explorer over to 5. And I can also push the Han. Depends on if you want to push the Han. I mean, I can make them like closer to this land 1. Could be relevant. And play no cards. And Wildfire. Um, Wildfire probably grows somewhere like here. Move presence over here to land 4. I think we might take a flight on land 6. Because we need to tell the haunted land 4, which means this land is going to be, given up. Probably grow somewhere on many mines forward and try to offload one dude over there. The question is where. If we offload a dude on 7, yeah, I mean 7 is definitely our dump land. There's no way it's not our dump land, so we can just offload a dude from the Endless Darkness into land 7. A grow here. And Mhm. Well, yeah. I really want to solve this land 7, but I guess it's like too much trouble to try to solve this land 7. Because A, we have to make somewhere else our dump land, and I don't really see any other targets currently. And B, we're not doing, EMS on land 7, such that there's not gonna be a lot of these over here. We're gonna have some these from Wildfire push though, which is pretty good. We can push the um, Wildfire present from the devil into here, pushing it into probably. I think it's too early to do this. Maybe to land 5. Surely it's gonna be okay. So this is the devil. Okay. Now we move on to the events. Skipping the first one. Build, 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 build. Sands Explorer. Okay. And we Terror of the Nights Haunted. Strife, Strife, Fear. And probably let land 6 Ravage and die. Okay. Sounds like a plan. And here's many mines. Turn 2. Grow top track, playing only EMS. Growing into 8. Trying to, play into beast damage or something. And Darkness goes G3. Bottom track, gain 3 energy, playing the rest of the cards. We can probably grow into land 8. And we can abduct them all, which is pretty spicy. And Wildfire grows again. So there's an argument that I grow here, like a normal person. Pretty sure. I should do it here. One fear, push it over to land 4. We can also push the Han, but I guess it's fine. I can just leave the Han over here. And we can take another draft. Drafting a 9er. We got Twin Days, which is already something. Hazards is also pretty good. Team in Reverse is also pretty strong into Russia because it's a Blight Heal. Also has Sun and Animal and Plant. I think it's either Twin Days or Team in Reverse. Currently, you don't have any like very good zero cost to repeat except for the Devil. I mean, let's just take Twin Days for future investment. Take a Blight here. The fight still don't want to take a fight on land 5, so we need to take a Russia 6. But I guess it's fine. Play 0 cards. First of all, actually we need to move our presence over here. Move our presence here and use the left and 8. Abduct, push, abduct, push. And play around some beast damage or something. And we can do swallow, 2 fear, abduct, both of them. And now we can reach from the endless darkness, get to many mines and Wildfire. And we can take a Wildfire presence probably from this 3 stack into this endless darkness, and also many mines presence from here for plus on range and also later, dropping potential. And that's it. That's Darkness's turn, and many mines turn is over. Okay, let's move on to the events. Wave of Reconnaissance. For sure, it's becoming more and more spicy. Um, okay, stricken doesn't matter to us. Actually, it matters here. It saves some strife, which is pretty good. So we still take a ravage, still take lose to the Han, which is kind of sad. But at least we don't take the Russia 6. Now we take a take a ravage over here on land at H3, build in the sands, and we explore into the wetland, and we get like +1 explorer each land, and land 7 is, you know, immediately becoming a problem as well as land 7, thanks to the events. Well, nothing we can do about it. I mean, we could try to do this, get like 2 beasts over land 7 because we have +1 range EMS, and next turn just pursue stuff into land 7 and skip it. We still need to solve land 8 pretty much, but at least we solved the, darkness's issue. So there's a high chance that darkness can return the action. And we can do merge. Where do we merge? Like there's no lone invaders. Oh well. Um we probably can merge over here. Push over here. Push one over here. One here. And we can push the Han to pair them up. Sure, we can push them to land 8 and try to, set up for a Dahan counterattack. And that, oh, and also right in 8. Do you want to push fear? I don't think we're gonna push fear, so we just don't execute right in 8, such that we don't get, uh, too much fear. Okay, this is it, and well, Darkness reclaims, draft another miner. You got Gonk, and yeah, Gonk is the best card. Like these cards are not bad, but Gonk is Gonk. We can try to set up for a Twin Days Gonk or something. And Wildfire grows. Forgot to build over here on land 5. So what's the deal now? I need to solve this land 5 to stop the Blight Cascade. Um, we could probably just push this town over here to land 6 and, perma soul, uh, you know, um, skip land 6 for 8-bit. Land 6 is going to be a pretty big problem for us. Well, what do we do here? Probably just do Threatening Flames, Burning Fury, and play a random fire card, which we don't have yet. If we do Gong, though, we're probably going to have the fire. We don't have the energy. Hmm. Where does Wildfire go? It's a very interesting question. Hmm. The Minimax definitely takes the bottom track, playing the rest of the cards. And it can grow over to Darkness Sword. One is to eat, beast events. B is to, gather beast over here, such that there's no real beast at Darkness board. And when things happen, we can say this sacred side is a beast. We can, don't add more beast over here if it checks if the board has beast or not. But Darkness Incarnate actually serves the purpose. It's not that urgent. It's funny, but it's not that necessary. I think it really depends on, Darkness's turn instead of Wildfire's turn. We can defend 4 here on land 8 on Darkfire. Hmm, think I'll reclaim and use the, move Incarnate to any land text to land 8. And we can drop a Wildfire Presence for 1 fear, 1 damage. Push it over here and drop the rest of things to Many-Mind's board. Can also drop a Many-Mind's Presence over here to the jungle to take, Han events or something. And we probably still do a underplaying turn. Next turn, we're gonna have the moon. Okay. So worst case scenario, just play Gong and then next turn have a big turn for Wildfire, which means we're allowed to draft another minor card. I'm looking for, Treacherous and Swarming Wasps. These are insane cards, actually. Yeah, let's take Swarming Wasps. Play Swarming Wasps. And we can grow to to this land 1, I guess. Right? Maybe I don't. Maybe I can have, you know, better use for this growth. Actually, you know what? Maybe just grow over here to land 1. And then 1 fear, push this Explorer over to land 4. Oh, but Swarming Wasp doesn't solve this land, huh? Because it has to target land without Blight. So maybe not. Maybe you still grow here. 1 fear, push it over to this mountain. The beast can stay there. Maybe not. You can push the beast from the beast. Try Swarming Wasps. Hmm. There's a lot of choices, actually. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, I see the line. I definitely play these cards, which means I don't need the Darkness Gonk. Can have Darkness play something else, like these 2 cards. There's a nice Haunted, and we can probably just do Reach again. Oh no, we need the animal. We need to do this, but probably you can do the you can do Emerge as well. Have a, uh pretty strong slow. And after we dump everything here, maybe we can actually we can use the move farm text to get the presence over here, Incarnate over here, and we can move Incarnate to anywhere. I think we can get it over here to land 6 and try to pocket. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Okay, let's do our fast. Darkness has some left in 8 for some reason. So what we can do is that we, um, punch. Actually, instead of punching, we are gonna Use the Wildfire Airdrop, targeting darkness, and don't use the first text because we do love our cards here. So darkness doesn't use this top text, but Wildfire can, and Wildfire uses the top text. Before that, Wildfire uses Flame Sphere to sell for 1 energy, and use the top text for getting Flash Fires, dropping another minor. Absorb, Call the Guard, Voracious, Uncanny. These are pretty insane cards. Blight Heals are Blight Heals. But Call the Guard is also Call the Guard. Call the Guard is also almost never incorrect. Uh, hmm. I think we can take Voracious for Edge Proof because you can try to heal off land 6 Blight whenever it ravages and try to, perma skip this land. And oh, and we can use actually we can get a plant from transforming because we're not planning to do the second tier. Actually, is that true? If we get an earth, we can hit the second tier on ourselves. Ultra does Darkness doesn't take it, but it's fine. As long as Wildfire takes it, it's like pretty okay. Sure, like let's take the second tier, and Wildfire pays by energy to remove a blight and add a badland. Wildfire can do Darkness can do the same, but it doesn't have energy, so it doesn't matter. And the last tier is gonna replace the dude with a beast in one of their lands. You may do it likewise. So Darkness does this. Oh, but there's an issue. If I replace a dude over here, Minimize doesn't have a good way to gather beast over there. So maybe we do the Darkness Left innate first. 1 fear, push it over here. And punch it to, move it over here. So this is done. And Wildfire right innate. Transform a dude. Transforms a dude. And now we can use Forming Wasps on Wildfire, push 2 beasts over here. Threatening Flames, 2 fear, pushing the town over here to land 6, make it a big dumpland. And we have a Flame's Fury, +1 damage from the left innate. So basically we can do... Actually, it doesn't matter if you have like a third before here, right? So instead of transforming here, we can transform the dude over here. And then we can do the left innate, 3 damage, 1 fear, pushing the dude over here to land 7, making it closer to many mines terrain. And that's Wildfire's turn. Darkness has also done its turn. And this is many mines turn. First of all, we do Pursue, pushing everything from 7 into the Stumpland. And we can do the right innate. We only do the second tier for 2 fear, defending 2 over this town. And then we can use the full left innate. We gather beasts, gather. That's 4 beasts gathered. And we're gonna push 1, push 2, push 3 to land 6, just in case land 6 is not solved by beast events. And then we can do the Dreadful Tide, removing a beast, from here for 2 there. And we can use the guide to get the beast back to land 7 so that we can, skip it for another turn. And we are also even protected from Harvest Bounty or something, so I think we're pretty set right here. And we don't escalate on Darkness Spur. We still have to escalate on Wildfire Spur though, which is kinda sad, but it is what it is. Okay, event. Visions are the tie and beast damage. So, the most expensive non-unique, which means we're gonna lose Gonk, nothing on Many Minds hand, and Voracious on Wildfire. But they both don't have like energy to lose, so that's a bonus. I definitely don't want to lose the Bonk then, so I guess I have to take an Omen on this Many Minds board. Sorry, Many Minds. Surely there's gonna be something to make it up. And Many Minds can just lose 1 energy and nothing happens. And Wildfire can take a redraw. I mean, we can redraw Voracious. It's not the end of the world. And we got Animated Recruit, which is very good element, 0 cost, as well as Siri Angers. Unfortunately, these cards don't really do too much. Maybe Animated Recruit still does something. It has good elements, and we can get +1 range from Darkness, so probably this card is not incorrect. And that's it. And we have beast damage. Sure. And push the dude over here to land 3, and oh, this land 3 doesn't come up. Stop. And we have other beast damage targets. Here kills a town. Here basically kills 2 dudes. And here kills everything back. So it's a, magic souls. Pretty good value. And the Han has defense 2 and blah blah. I guess it doesn't matter anyway. Okay. Stripe not matching a Ravage card. That's pretty interesting. We can probably throw a Stripe over here to the land 3 dude to play around Stricken or something. And for the same logic, we can add 1 here to the land 6 dude. And we can add 1 to this land 2 city. Right, so Sans Ravage. We don't take a Blight on Wildfire Spore, so we take a Russia 6. Here we also take a Russia 6. And we take a Russia 6. Actually, we don't take a Russia 6 on Many Minds board because it's taking Blight. And we explore in the coast. Well, at least we don't have to, escalate on Wildfire Spore, so it's like not the greatest, but we'll manage. Okay, so no slows. Dragons can just take a, corner the hallways to this land 7. And we can emerge somewhere. Where do we emerge? Is the question. We can probably help out Many Minds by emerging here, because then Many Minds can have some spare action to solve this land for. It's not a bad idea, so we probably just emerge over here on land 3, pushing 2 dudes, actually 1 dude, 1 town, over to land 5, and 1 here. And we have a Terror of the Nights Haunted. Terror of the Haunted, I don't think there's any use for that. I mean, we can add some more Stripe over here. The 1 here. Or we can just not resolve this card at all. Darkness, right, and 8, add a beast to in this darkness. Pretty good value. Okay, turn passes. So this is where many mines reclaims. We can't drop the miner because we need cars to forget for um transforming. We have sucking we have savage maw beasts, like cost like. I think like cost like is a pretty spicy card here. Can't say it's too wrong. Doesn't have air, which is the main downside, but I think I can just take it. And darkness, D3s, takes the bottom track, playing the rest of cards, taking an air from the gong. And we're gonna let one piece escape, which is gonna be land 4 actually. Which means we'll have to I think we should move our present over here. And we can grow probably on land 3. And we can move our Incarna to a land without presence, right? Oh, okay. And we abduct, tap the Night's Haunted, and push everything into here. And basically, Darkness's board is done, and then we can just, be chill. And Wildfire. Wildfire. It's time for Wildfire to, do the trick, which is reposition. So basically how reposition does is that when you grow, you don't have to take anything from your track. You can just reposition a presence on the island. So it doesn't have to uncover the fire spot. It's bad for your scaling for sure, but you did get a lot of flexibility for not adding blight when growing. So let's do the trick. We're going to reposition here for one sphere, push it back to land 5, and then we can push a beast over here as well, such that we can take escalations on this land 5, and then easily deal with all the dudes. Hopefully, we're going to let main mines take all the beasts, but we'll see. Throw over here, push, and we can push the Dahan as well to pair them up. This is Wildfire's growth, and then we still have some very good cards to play. This turn, we're going to take G3, so it's going to be these two cards. And now we are going to get the first Gong on Wildfire to have the first tier transforming. And transforming is going to tentatively have the third, such that, we can uh, take the second tier. Maybe not Earth, maybe just an animal. I think animal is more relevant against Russia. And we can twin days this Gong. So there's another Gong. And Darkness can take another element. It's not going to be that much useful, but it's still a card. So we do have like these options available. Manyman still plays the skip game just because, there's a lot of things he needs to solve. Can still play Pursue, and probably can play the Devil again to, get the presence magic going. Well, sounds pretty good. And probably can take the Twin Days for another Bedevil. That's going to be like 2 Bedevils on Wildfire. And pretty sure it's going to do some wonders. And this Gong, I think, can go to Wildfire again. If I literally take it for 2 Earths, seems too much of a waste. I just take 2 energy from this Gong. And let's see. So first of all, we do Swallow, 2 Fear, Abduct, Abduct. Then we use the first bedevil on Wildfire to push the presence from here into here. One fear, push a presence. And then Darkness can use the left and A to abduct, push, one fear, push it over here. And I'm really trying to, get the, okay, so uh, instead of abducting a dude, I plan to abduct a town from this swallow, and we use the second bedevil, move it over here. Another fear, push it over here. And now we can use, pursue, because we have like actually three incarnates, three beasts over here. We don't even need to use the second bedevil here, just realized. But if we do, that's a free beast manip, right? Just do it here. And send the other sacred site over here. And send this beast probably here as well. But so we have like 4 beasts over here. We can just use the Dreadful Tide for twice. Losing 2 beasts, which sucks, but it is what it is. And we're gonna have the bomb in the fast, which sucks, but it is what it is. And then we're gonna take a abduction from Wildfire into here. And another abduction on many mines. Get it over here. And we have, Wildfire right in 8. We are gonna target Darkness. So forget a card, draft a card. Wildfire forgets passive fixating. And ooh, Fire in the Sky is a pretty strong card. Strong and Constant Current is also very interesting. Razor Sharp is also Razor Sharp. Hmm. I think Razor Sharp could be pretty strong here. I'm gonna take Razor Sharp for fun, I guess. And I can use the Enticing to get the dude over here. And we have put the Twin Days on ourselves. Oh, actually, I think I twinned and one extra dude Explorer Spirit. So instead of twinning this Gong, I just twin minimize the devil. But I still have a twin on myself. I just enticing again to this land 4. So 1 land. And forget thing element. And Wildfire does this Darkness does the same, drop another minor. Here we go. It's the perfect Darkness card. And did we get the elements from Wildfire? I did not, so I guess I'll just get a animal anyways. And we can, transform beasts somewhere. Unfortunately, Darkness doesn't have any beasts to transform. Actually, hold on. Okay, so I haven't used many mines left in 8. I can gather. Actually, let me do this. Let me gather, 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 and gather. Gather this one, I guess. Push, push, push. Then Wildfire can use the transform to transform this dude into an explorer, this dude into a beast, and Wildfire can take another transform. Oh, but this is gonna escalate, huh? Hmm. Maybe I don't. I just leave the dude over here and try to find the defense to solve it. I think this is better. So Wildfire doesn't actually you can transform. You can transform something else. You can transform this dude over on this jungle and on this mountain. And that's transforming. And Venomite still has a right innate to push fear, but I don't think we need to do it. The Omen Togi is gonna help us do it, so better not push fear. Okay, that's it. Let's move on to the event. Hold together, ignore strife on each invader, sure. Destroy 2 dudes among beasts. Uh, sure. I'm gonna destroy a dude from here into here. Actually, I'll destroy this dude over here into here. And destroy this beast, a dude, for like real. Actually, maybe not. Maybe you can destroy this dude from this beast. And hunt defense. Okay. Remove Explorer Town from a land with beast. Well, look what I've done. I completely misset up the beast position such that it doesn't have any valid targets. But we can, remove this, and remove this to reduce city builds. Different land with the hull. What? Okay. I mean, that's pretty good, huh? I can choose this land one, push the dude over here. Actually, we can even push it here because we have the hunt down defense from events. And we can choose this land. One fear, push it over to this jungle. And I think we're done here. Don't even need to push anymore. Okay. So, Wetland is gonna Ravage. Ravage. And it ravages again from this Omen token for 2 fear. And we need to take Russia 6. Town. Explorer. And we have Coastal Build. And we have Jungle Build. Unfortunately, this land becomes a city land, but surely darkness is going to save us. And we need to escalate twice. So we escalate. Actually, only once, but we need to escalate on 3 boards. And we explore into Jungle Sands. Sands, Jungle. Sands, Jungle. Okay. So what do we do here? Uh, let me see. These 2 lands. Let me think. So we have a animated Recruit. And next turn we can Bedevil solve some of the problems as well. Just need to figure out how to solve them. I can transform this into Explorers and also transform this, but this land 1 is going to be a problem. Also, this land 4 global leveraging is something we need to solve as well as this land 5. We have a lot of issues we need to take care of. Let me see. I think what I can do is that I just take a rabbit share, don't take a Russia 6, and push the dude over here. Such that we don't have to solve this land. We can use animated red root here, destroy the dude over to this land for because we have +1 range from darkness. And yeah, I think that's pretty good. Time passes. Darkness, reclaim all. Draft another miner. We have Quicken, which could be kind of relevant. So how about we Quicken then fly? Do we have a secret site? It's kind of tricky to have a secret site over there. Is it even possible? Not very possible. I think it's a line that we can try to have. And Wildfire probably takes a reclaim. Give me another miner. Entrancing. It's not a bad card. Okay, illusions as well. I'll take entrancing, just in case. And the minimize takes the reclaim. Drafting a major now. Tracing stone is pretty good. Let's take it. Forgetting EMS, because we are never gonna run out of these. So we need to double skip on this land for starters, and we need to solve like three other problems on minimize board. Ah, it's not good. But at least Dark Dude's action is like completely uh free from minimize, so it's not that bad. We also need to solve Wildfire's problem, which I think I have some idea. Okay, so minimize probably takes plays these three cards again. Darkness plays Reach, plays Swallowed, plays Skunk again. Needs to take an air to Threshold Swallowed. And Wildfire plays Twinde, plays. Does Swarming Wasp help anybody? Not likely. Flame's Fury, I guess. Then +1 range probably can solve land 4, so I think we still have something to do. And we can do, threatening flames. Take a gong for 2 fire. And transform into an animal. Maybe this is not good. Maybe entrancing as well. Actually, we need to play an animal card or earth card to hit all the innates. We're probably swarming wasps. And I can grab a earth to hit the transforming. Oh, don't have it. Maybe just don't try to hit the, you know, flight healing innate. It's kind of bad, but it is what it is. So Darkness does the dumping stuff over here, as well as a beast and minimize presence. But this wildfire presence, we can dump somewhere strategic, right? So we can take a move over here. Maybe over here. Dump wildfire presence, one here, pushing it over here. Or maybe we can do it here. You know, push the dude over to land 6, and also pushing the Han to land 2 or something. And then we can still move the encounter anywhere. And this land is probably going to be solved by darkness. And minimize focuses on this land 5 and skipping twice on land 5. And we still have like, 2 bedevils based on twin days. So we're still like pretty chill over here. So the first bedevil on minimize, I'm gonna let actually before that I'd probably just take the transforming again, wildfire, darkness. Darkness? Extra. Oh, it's still the same. Yeah, the element doesn't do too much to wildfire, but you can still draft more cards on wildfire. Poison Dew, it's not a bad card, And wildfire can take the redraft on probably Razor Sharp. I think fire cards are like really relevant for us, and there's constancy. And we can transform a beast on each one's land. We're gonna transform this one, and darkness. So we're gonna transform this land to dude. Actually, that's lying. I need to transform on minimize first, such that minimize has a better time to double skip this land. And we can take the reach again, getting their presence back into the endless darkness. Let's take a presence from land 3, H3, and take a presence on land on Wildfire's land 3. Actually, yeah, take minimize one. And we have a swallowed. Cute here. Abducting a dude and abducting a town. So I've used, I ever used the first bedevil? I didn't. So I probably take a Blight Cascade on land 2, unfortunately. But then I have some very cool lines that we can do with double bedevil. So I think take the Flame Sphere on ourselves. And we have a Twin Day something. The first bedevil comes over here. Or, actually, let me use the left innate first. Left innate is going to be like 2 damage. 2 damage, plus 1 is going to be 3 damage. 3 damage, we can target this land by getting 1 plus 1 range. So what we can do is that we can do stuff over here. Solving this jungle. And we can use Threatening Flames for Q-Fear, push this town over to land 7 as well, making it closer to minimize Swampland. And we can do Threatening Flames as well, again, on land 2, but I guess it doesn't make any sense, right? Do I try to salvage land 2? How can I even try to salvage land 2? I don't think land 2 is salvageable. We just pray on stricken. I can push the town anywhere, but anywhere is pushed into is gonna ravage. So it doesn't really save anything. And I can't really solve this land to 2 dudes. So that said, we can probably use the Threatening Flame again to push this town over here, ease out this land 5 issue. And we have 2 bedevils. The first bedevil is going to happen here. 1 fear. Pushing the dude. Where to push the dude is actually quite interesting. Maybe push it over here. And the second bedevil pushes it back. 1 fear, 2 damage. Pushing it. Oh, there's no valid targets to push into. Quite scuffed. Push it over here. And instead of repeating, threatening flames, we don't repeat the threatening flames. We repeat flame theory for +1 damage and +1 energy, such that this dude can just die from the lectinate. And minimize turn. So we still don't have enough. Okay, we still have a darkness lectinate. Let's not worry about it. Punch, abduct the city. Push. Punch. 1 fear. Push the dude over to this wetland. Minimize Dumpland. And push it over here. So now we have like a total of 4 beasts on minimized Dumpland. So what we can do here now is that, skip twice with Dreadful Type, removing 2 beasts. And now minimize still have the left and 8. Left and 8, gather, push, push, push. Then we can do pursue for 1 fear, pushing town explorer into the Stumpland. And we can do the Renegade. 1, 2, 3 fear, defend 4 on this jungle. So I think after this, like this board is almost done. We're still pretty much taking some blight, but um, you know, it's still fine. Okay, events. Relentless optimism. We're 1 fear all from cultural mix and clash, which is pretty funny. And we have the most inviters, invaders, and the Han. Okay, this is pretty bad because the Han could have sold this land, but now he doesn't. Sure. These events are like pretty shit with the encountering. Han energy plus darkness have it. Darkness doesn't have it, but the other 2 spirits have it. Okay. Ooh, decent one in all lands. Well, it solves some problems at least. So let's do the Ravage over here on land 1. Actually, yeah, Coast Ravage. Ravage, push dude. And on this board, Ravage Coast, Ravage Coast, Ravage, Ravage. This coast ravages, and we have to take like a Blight Cascade. Quite unfortunate. And then Jungle Ravages as well. 1 fear. Push it to this mountain. Hopefully, Darkest Friend is gonna solve it. And on this board, Ravages, Ravages Jungle, and we need to take Russia 6. Still not out of control, you know. No Russia 6 in a meaningless land. What can do we do? Jungle, mountain, jungle sands build, 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 and explore into the sands. The sands back to back is pretty annoying, and we escalate a bajillion dudes. I'm gonna need a bag. Checking everything into this. Alrighty. Okay. So let's see. We don't have any problem jungle except for this land fight, which can be solved again by the same trick, which is pursue and do something. We need to solve the sands back-to-back issues. I think darkness probably it's time for darkness to go back to its own board and abduct all the dudes over here. Next card is stage 3, which means many minds probably can also, pursue stuff from land 7, but we need to get beast over here. Also, we need to solve this land as well, so probably need some actions from other spirits. And Wildfire has a 3 stack as well. So generally we still have some challenges, but um, we're still very ahead. Ready Nade, darkness, get a beast into the endless darkness, and we time passes. Alright. So this turn I think the idea is to transform the land 3 dude. We're not. What if let me check out. So darkness does the bottom track, reclaiming swallowed again, playing these 3 cards. So we do threshold this swallowed. But we don't have to play kill the monsters, right? Actually we have to. Okay, we play these 2 cards. We can abduct 2 stuff. Abduct this one, abduct this one. So maybe we don't reclaim swallowed. It doesn't do too much for us. Like it's a pretty good card. Also, how about Wildfire reclaim again? So what we can do is that encompassing word. Well, it doesn't do too much, but it's a card. Sphere is also a card. So I think it's very important for us to reclaim and play, Gonk. And Wildfire reclaims. Plays Twin Days. Plays I mean, entrancing probably is a card that we can try to do. Entrancing solves this land without Darkest trying to help. Hmm. I think Darkest can pretty much solve this land 5 issue. So really what we need to solve is this disease. It's so troll. I wish I could solve this land. Hmm. Take the gong for elements. Flames Fury into this card. How about a Constancy? The Constancy doesn't have the first tier, but uh, hmm, maybe just take 2 animals. Oh, but they don't have a fire, so we have to get the Sundays to Darkest, which still feels fine. AK Moon from the second gong, and then we can take 2 fire. Maybe another 2 fires? No, no, no. It's not very practical. So we can have the last tier at least. Hmm. Our grows probably bottom track, getting its incarnate back over here. And we have like 2 constancies, which is the main purpose of this play. We are gonna get them to darkness to, play this hand again. Yep. I think that's how it works. Many mines, reclaims. Oh, I can take a blight to scale on this wetland for on this turn, but I think it's not that necessary. Take another draft. Thundersec, Purifying Flame. We're remove air pretty strong, but we're gonna still reclaim this hand. I mean, unless we can find something else, like in dump. Well, interesting. I need to figure out I can. Also, this is gonna be a problem, huh? Maybe hitting the last tier could be too much pro. Doing these cards? At least we can hit the, Blight Heal tier. And Leftonate. So we heal this Blight, take a Blight. Yeah, it's also not bad. So we have the Twin Days Constancy over to this 12 bar. And we have a Abduct. Also, we need to drop 1 presence. Oh. Oh, we can drop 1. That's pretty strong. That might change things. It might give us some action economy that we haven't expected. We can move our presence here, drop Wildfire presence, flunk here, push it back in the bag. And Wildfire uses Entrancing, gathering 2 dude over here. Resonate is gonna be only 1 damage. I mean, I can kill 2 dudes. Like, it's not that bad. Still does something. And we're gonna get the Devil into Wildfire. So this is 1 defense. Also, this is one defense, so we don't take blight here. Well, the double too strong. And we can get present over here, run fear, push it over there, closer to Wildfire. And then we can finally abduct, go here. And then don't have the transform here, but I can let both spirits heal all the blight. I can heal of this blight, and darkness can heal all I mean this mountain blight, I guess. That's about it. And Many Minds uses the, pursue, push, push, right innate, 1, 2, 3, fear, deep and four, over to this jungle. And maybe we're supposed to let Many Minds take a flight heal now that I think about it. Because I can heal off this blight instead of Darkness's mountain, which is not a threat currently. And now we can, have a lot of resource over here. We can try to hope for the Hero card to solve the issue. And we need to do left and aid, gather and push. We can gather this Incarna over here. Gather, gather, and gather. Actually, I'll leave 3 over here to clear on beast attack. And push this Incarna over here. I think everything is just very set. Forgot to skip my dump land. What you do? Okay. So event. Punish board, add a town to land of a dude or a town. Okay, at least it doesn't add a dude, so it's fine. These are Sandsville Mountain with the most buildings. Sands Mountains, all clear. Okay. At least 2 to harm, gain more energy. I mean, sure. Darkness finally has energy as well. And Waldor has energy. Remove 1 dude from a coastal land. Oh, that's a solve. And I can solve this dude. And we can also solve this dude. Actually, we can even remove towns, but I think removing dudes are, like, more relevant. Okay. Jungle Sand Ravage. Maybe you can remove this dude instead of that dude, so we can generate 1 next year from destroying. Okay. It's not bad. Jungle Sand Ravage. Jungle Sand Ravage. Jungle Sand Ravage. Russia 6. Russia 6. And we Russia 6 into this wetland. And explore Sands Mountains. Alrighty. How are we doing? I think it's not that bad. Yep, he's still fine. We haven't emerged. We haven't heard BRB monsters. Let me reroll the right innate first to add a beast to the Endless Darkness. And we probably use the Bedevil again to solve this land, and I need to, Bedevil a dude into Wildfire Presence into 6 to solve this land ravaging issue. This Sands back to back is still scuffed. But it's not that scuffed, it's, Bedevil just solve this land at 8 immediately. What we need to do is to pursue, and Darkness can just try to abduct something from here. And these are still also like issues, but think it's generally fine. It's also an argument to let wildfire fully grow, but I guess it's not that important. Okay, let's do this, and we can reclaim uh constancy reclaiming these two cards and wildfire. I mean, it's time to draft major, I'm pretty sure. But if I do this, the thing is my Incarna is stuck somewhere. But if my Incarna is stuck here, I think it's fine. It's pretty much fine. So yeah, let's draft a major. We have like too many actions now, too many energies now. Sweep is not a bad card, huh? Hmm, we need three suns to actually make it work. But luckily, Wildfire is here. We can forget Poison Dew, playing these cards. So these two cards are reclaimed. I need to reclaim clay and to swallow as well. But basically, the sweep doesn't really do too much because it's not thresholded. I mean, it can be thresholded, right? Also, what do we lack? That we don't have this. Oh, we don't have an animal. Uh, I mean, one more reason that I wanted to, Roshian Blight Cascade. I think it's not necessary. Let's be calm. So Wildfire does the G3 again. Oh, forgot to reclaiming constancy, reclaiming twin days. We need to slow the fast, right? Slow the fast is pretty strong here. Yeah, we can fish for Exalt or minimize reclaim. There's no Exalt. Spend 2 energy, draft again. Swarm's Blast. It's another card that needs to be fed with slow the fast. I mean, I'll take it. Maybe it'll work. And 3 problem ends are to solve, huh? And Wildfire still has things to deal with. Not that easy. But it's also not hard. Yeah, I think I still reposition, pretty sure. We can reposition here into here. Once there, push it to the jungle. And we can do Twin Days, as usual. Play Spur. And playing Fury. We can get Gong. Like, one of the Gong is gonna be Animal. The other Gong can be a Sun. And the Gong is gonna get to Wildfire for 2 fire, such that we can hit the first innate. And this first innate is gonna give Darkness a Sun for the threshold. And we can get the Animal for the third tier. So you have to get the Gong to Darkness. So there's another Gong, another uh, Gong elements. don't think I need to play Flame Fury. There's an argument we don't play it. Instead, we play some cards that might be able to solve problems. What if I play Enticing? It also does the job, and we can Enticing a dude over here to solve a land. I think it's not bad. Okay. And the spur goes to, many mines, such that many mines can, first of all, play these cards, and it has the time to play Storm Swath, and Storm Swath is able to solve a bunch of problems, I believe. Alright, so what do we do here? We can use the... I think I still pretty much let this land one trade on themselves. We can do, first of all, Dreadful Tide for skips, two there. And then we can do Enticing, gathering a Explorer onto here. And then we can do the Devil into Wildfire. First of all, we have a like deepened one on every sand, basically. And we can push one of the Wildfire presence to sort of solve a land. I think I just go here, one here, push and solve one of many minds problems. And then many minds can use the left and eight. First of all, I use the transforming right in eight, targeting darkness, but getting quicken. Got the minor, getting the sun element. Oh, there's Sky Stretcher if we need it. Actually, there's an argument that we don't use Swarm Swath. Instead, we do Sky Stretches. I mean, yeah. Let's do Cheer. So we can get the Sky Stretches working. But we don't need the sun. We can get the other animal. Does that do anything? Doesn't do anything. What do we lack? The fourth moon? Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's just assume it happens this way. And Wildfire does this on itself, dropping another. Okay, drop another card. There's Gift of Power. Probably can take it. And there's the Gong for like 2 energy or something. And we can Sky Stretch and Sweep. So basically, we can sweep them over here and sweep them into the sea. One fear. It gets here or something. And we can do, Swallowed. And we can abduct. Abduct this. Push. Abduct this. And then we can push to minimize Stompland. Wildfire still has a transform I didn't use. So we transform this one. And then transform this dude over here. Then minimize uses the Boost Gather. Can we gather this too? Oh, we can't. So I guess I don't transform the dude over here. It's fine, we don't transform that dude. Instead, we can let Darkness transform the dude on this sand. So we did the transform, we just gather piece then. Gather, gather, and gather. Pursue, push everything into this bag. And that's basically solved. Wildfire still has a 2 damage transforming, but method A, but I don't really want to kill kill towns, because Wildfire killing towns is going to result in, um, uh, killing towns is going to result like 2 dudes being transformed. I think it's a pretty good result based on the situation. Struggle of growth, Wildfire's favorite. Well, sure. Wildfire surely wants to take a 2 energy and move up to 2 of your presence to a 4 range. So this is one action, so we can only move that present for 1. Yeah, we can move 1 here, and the other move can actually we can move our presence over here, then don't do anything, but we can move this presence over here for a real 1/1 damage. So this is wildfires, and darkness probably can destroy if we, power card drafts. Draft a minor. We got Lure of the Unknown, which is pretty good. New Ruin, but we don't really need more blight heals. Let's take a, Lure of the Unknown. And Many Minds. Many Minds, I think it's fine either way. We can destroy presence for more drafts, because I think um, we can still try to fish for Exaltation. Bargain is also pretty good of a card, but it's like very late game. Probably can just take Cleansing Flood and try to end the game earlier. Can forget Trees and Stones. Disease and prevent one fear before with disease, so we now get the bomb. Sure. On defense though. So again, once again, this land 1 is solved. Jungle Wetland bomb, okay. It's unfortunate, but it's kind of expected. Skip the next normal build. So Sands Mountains build is skipped, but Jungle Wetland build is not skipped. Choose a different land to isolate and defend 2 in those lands. Next card is a stage 2, and we've already seen Jungle, Sands, Coal. So it's gonna be mountains or wetland. You can try to completely pocket this darkness board, so we're gonna do this. And we are gonna mountains, wetland, huh? Yeah, we're gonna pocket this land 1 to deal with less lands. Okay, so Sands Ravage. Sands Ravage. This land is 1 tier. And wherever I push, it's gonna cause a town build, which is kind of unfortunate. Actually, no, because Sands Mountain is not gonna build, so it's safe to push it over here. Okay, so after the build, it's gonna rush a 6. Rush a 6. And we can rush a 6 on this Sands. And we skip the Sands Mountains build, but we still build on Jungle Wetland. But the disease is preserved. Build a city. And we explore into the mountains. Did we hit the isolation? I think not. Also, these lands are explored because of you know, this land happening. So it's quite unfortunate. I should have foreseen that, but it is what it is. And we escalate like crazy. And the card leads over there. Okay. So we have a emerge. And we have quite a few trouble lands, but it's not that important. Mm, jungle wetland. So I need to solve this land, solve this land, solve this land. Here, here. This is basically three, and we need to solve like basically all the mountains because they're gonna build cities. It's not that hard actually. Okay, let's emerge here. Let's emerge our Incarno over here. We're blocking it, and put one here. No slows, slows. And now is the time where we can finally do the slow or fear. Okay, time passes. What do we do here? I think I'm in the very good position that we don't need to grow anymore on Wildfire. We can reclaim the draft of majors. And there's the exalt. Yeah, let's just take it. So forgetting threatening flames. Darkness reclaim again. Did I forget to close the presence? I think I did. Oh, let's just assume I put it to the dumpland because we're gonna have the dumpland access anyways. And let's see. We can still do, the sweep sky stretcher thing. Take another minor draft. And there is Scour, which is also a not bad card. I mean, yeah. Scour might be able to spin the game. Let me think. Actually, the game is already win. Doesn't matter if Scour or not, but let me think. Think Gonk is pretty much still needed. And I need a quad element card, basically, actually, triple element card. Get a moon from here. And Wildfire, maybe it's time for us to play Exalt. But Wildfire playing Exalt is probably scuffed. Maybe not. Maybe you could wait for one turn. We need to solve this land. And the way to solve it is probably gonna be, sleep. Okay. And minimize reclaims again. That's another major. Here is solidify. Might be relevant. Rumbling is like too low scaling compared to this dumpland. Might just take solidify. Forgetting cleansing flood. And we'll see. So we need to skip this land for once. And this jungle is still gonna be a problem, pretty much. Mountain double build is also an issue. It's not looking that great. But it's still fine. Yes, let's play the same card again. Because, many minds. Let's do get the twin days. And constancy and spur. Basically being as skillful wildfire as possible. So we need to move our Incarno over here. maybe here. Yeah, I think this is better. So we get the gong over here for a sun, um, darkness, and darkness gives out two gongs to wildfire for two fire and two plant. And now that we have two plant, we can get the transforming for a animal, and darkness can also get one element. What if it's moon? Still doesn't do anything. Hmm. Minimize doesn't need it, but it's fine. We can grab a animal. We can grab a moon just for the downgrade all. And since we reclaim, we're gonna dump everything back. Let's put this to minimize for also with all the beasts. I mean, alrighto. Double constancy, give them all to minimize. Spur into minimize. Get the storm spot going up. Actually, maybe just get the Indom out. Because Indom just solves a bunch of problems for us. Yeah, I think I like this idea. And sky switches, plus but before that, we need to do the left and 8. Oh, I don't have swallow. Oh, I think that's the issue. Maybe just don't do the abduct thing, just do swallowed. And we do have a transforming you didn't use, right? So we can get the transforming going out on darkness. Don't need a moon, just need an animal. So gong and yeah, I think that's how it works. We'll execute the transforming. Forget enticing. Goodbye enticing. Get a minor. Here's called a trade. A bit too late, but it's still a card. And Wildfire. Sorry, Darkness. We're getting Lure, drafting another minor. There's Ellie Boon. Let's go late. I think I just take Ellie Boon. And we can do, Swallowed. Oh, whoopsies, wrong button. Should have just shuffled them back to the major deck. Let's go. Okay. So we got the Swallowed, Fear, Abduct, Abduct, then left an 8, Abduct, Push, Abduct. Actually, it's not Abduct. It's gonna just, push it back somewhere. It's safe to push them over to the jungle. So let's just do this. And we have Sky Stretch and Sweep. We probably just sweep them over here. It's not the greatest sweep, but it solves a bunch of builds, so surely it's worth it. And Wildfire. Oh, we have the second tier. We haven't done. Let's do the second tier. Heal of Light respectively. Heal one here. Here, heal one over to this wetland, so that we can take another Ravage over here. And we can transform fuse. We're going to transform one on here and one on darkness, such that they don't build extra stuff. And we still have the Bedevil on Wildfire. Yeah, let's just do Bedevil over here. Saving the presence and pushing it over here, which dies to, sweep into the sea, and that's even one. We do triple tide over here. Again for two tier skip. And we do pursue, pushing the dude into the bag, stopping a double build. And we can use the left innate to gather, gather, push, and right innate, 1, 2, 3, 4 fear, defense 7, solving this wetland as well. So basically, I think every single land is solved now. Yeah, except for this land, which is taking 1 blight, but we're gonna be fine with that. The only issue is that this land is gonna, take a Russia 6, but oh, actually, it's not even taking the Russia 6. It's just dying to the Ravage, which I'm pretty happy about because, not Russia 6 is pretty good. Well, influx of settlers surely is going to be on many mines first, so we take like 1 town, 2 towns over here, which doesn't matter, and we can take another town over here, which also doesn't matter. Maybe it's time to grab them into the bag, huh? Add a beast. Actually, doesn't matter. To send the most invaders 1 spear. Okay. Because the next start is not a stage 3, so we don't worry about the, extra stuff. The hunt defense doesn't matter. Clear card. Force a dude to somewhere. So I can push a dude over here. Can I push a town as well? Yeah, I can push a town as well. Um, so Sand is gonna build, huh? Maybe we can gather this town over here. And then together another dude over here, just in case if jungle explores again. Okay, jungle wetland ravage. Take a ravage, no Russia 6, very important. There's ravages, goodbye presences, goodbye the Han. And on this board, nothing basically happens. Take a Russia 6. And mountain double build. Sands mountains build. No sand build, no mountain build. And we explore into mountain wetland first. And, oh, we're gonna explore again anyway, so escalate happens. Oh well, it is what it is. Wetland explores again. And we escalate here, escalate here, escalate here. It's quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alrighto. Okay, no slows. Slow is basically 3 fear. Downgrade a town. And no slow. 10 passes with some constancy reclaims. Surely it's gonna be these 2 cards. And let's see. Oh wait, they're gonna build. They're gonna ravage. Mountain ravages twice and then Sand Mountains, and the fact that Mountains explores again is pretty, you know, um, cancer. Well, let's see what we can do. I think Wildfire still takes like, G3 and reposition shenanigan. We can reposition this person's over here. For one fear, pushing it over here. Jungle is not doing anything, so jungle is a pretty good dump land. Playing, I think Exalt is in order. Play Exalt. Play Swarming Wasps. Gift of Twin Days. Playing Spur. Maybe reclaiming Spur is not a good idea. Maybe playing Constancy again. And we can take Swarming Wasps. Then Darkness, probably reclaims again. Looking for a miner. Doesn't matter what we draft, I presume. Cycle is pretty good of a card, but we don't really need it. I'm assuming I'm gonna use Donk and play this, play this, play this. For Scour. Scour probably also can work. Playing these cards and then let Wildfire spur a Sweep into the Sea out. And Many Minds goes bottom trap. Playing Skip. Playing Bedevil. Playing Storm Swap. Play Solidify. Row into Summer. Oh well. Let's see. Exalt goes to. Actually, before we Exalt, we do Twin Days Constancy, getting 2 constancies to Darkness to have constancy out. This constancy is gonna go to Gonk. What's this? So Gonk is gonna give Darkness a Sun. Actually, maybe just do 1 Gonk. And maybe we don't do Call to Trade, just do Give the Power, such that we can hit the first tier of Transforming next. Well, maybe you still do Swarming Wasps. And we twin the Gonk to have the second Sun to Threshold, Sweep into the Sea. Actually, we don't need a second Sun because it's going to be slipped and then the element is there. We can get a animal. Still not too much, but I think it works. So we can take the second Gonk for 2 plants. And then we have like full Transforming Innate. We can take Transforming to get ourselves a plant to hit the 1 damage per fire. And then that's gonna get our Darkness another Moon, which gives another tier of the Darkness Innate. Sounds pretty good. And Darkness can play 1 extra card from Exaltation. Let's just do, Sweep into the Sea. And Sky Stretches can Threshold and can make Storm's Wrath fast. So I think we have a lot of, very interesting plays. Okay. So basically, I think what I'm gonna try to do is that I use Leap into the Sea, killing off everything here. One fear. This one goes back here, I guess. And then we have a Swamp Waft fast because of Sky Stretches. We're gonna kill off everything here. I'm gonna just delete it. Don't even try to bother. Actually, we have to get up here, so yay. Still not enough. Quit with it. So we destroy everything but one dude, which goes away. This dude can probably go to the sand. Sand is ravaging, but I think it's fine because we're gonna let our Wildfire take the transforming. Take the bedevil. So that's about it. That's the um that's the Swarm Swap. And we are gonna use bedevil on Wildfire, of course, to stop something. Bedevil goes here. One fear. Push it over here. So only mountain sands is something we need to solve. So we just use Red Innate on many mines, defend 4 over here. And Darkness can go move the Incarno over here using Swallow to fear, abduct, then left innate, abduct, move, abduct, move, abduct, move over here. Then abduct the Wildfire Presence. Hmm. There's nothing happening on Many Minds Board, nothing happening on Darkest Board. Guess that means we can just use the left innate on Many Minds to get his presence over here. Gather, gather, push. And then we can use Solidify on Many Minds. Skip, skip, skip. And not only that, we can even gather beast push, gather beast push, such that we can, right innate, skip it. And there's also Wildfire right innate. We're gonna target Darkness to get draft a card. Wildfire, get draft a card. And pay 1 energy, remove blight, and transform a dude into beasts. Let's transform this. Wildfire transforms as well, and I think we're pretty close to winning. Also, we have a random swarming wasps. Maybe if I push them over there, they're gonna just die, right? But sense is not an issue. I mean, we can push these two dudes because this is a beast and then die to the small swath. I think it's just better. Okay. Because wetland is gonna like double build as well. Frontier Coal, sure. Add a beast to land without buildings or blights. Sure. Gather the Han to land without the Han set of symbols. You can get the Han over here for counter attack because this now reads like even 3. Gather the Han, or we can get them over to this wetland on each board. So we have to resolve this one as well. Why do I have only 2 Daha on the darkest board? It's a mystery. Fifth card, remove Explorer Town from any land. Sure. Remove this. And we can remove some potential builds. Move this one, move this one. Okay, done. Given coastal land, gather up to 1 Dahan, 2 damage per Dahan. The only relevant target is here. Gather, kill all of the city. Okay. And the last one, each land with Dahan, remove 2 or remove 1. If at least 2 Dahan, each land with Dahan, huh? Sure. Let's just remove this one. Remove 2 dudes. Remove 2 dude as well. Remove this. Okay, no targets. So Mountain Ravage, skip. Nothing happens. Mountain Sands Ravage, skip. Nothing happens. Mountain Sands Ravage, need to rush at 6. Russia 6. No Russia 6. Mountain Wetland build. 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 And then Wetland builds again. Build. Build. Can skip the build. And we explore into Sands Wetland. Skip the Explorer. Alright. So I think we can just fear bomb to win. Actually, right in 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 fear. 1, 2, 3, 4 fear. Downgrade everything. Add a beast. Did I execute Exalt damage? I didn't, but I guess it doesn't matter. No slows. How much fear do we need to win? 8 plus 12, 20. I think it's very doable. So let's minimize reclaim first. Dropping another major. And sea monsters is definitely no. Let's do sea monsters. Playing sea monsters, the devil, triple tide, pursue. And wildfire we can reclaim, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna reclaim anyways. Reclaim, play Twin Days, play Spur, play Constancy, draft a random minor card and reshuffle, sure. Take Uncanny Melting. And Wildfire, G3. Getting Sky Stretchers back, playing Caddy Boon, playing those random cards. No matter what we grow, what we're gonna do is that we use Sky Stretches, the sea monsters, and many minds uses the sea monsters. First here for 8 fear, and we repeat it here for 8 fear. Pretty much kill everything, I believe. Oh, we just win? Well, geez. And not only that, we still have like right innate fear that will hide a bunch of fear by adding beast, and we can do the pursue fear as well. And if that was not enough, we can still do the twin days fear, and then uh yeah, twin days dreadful tide fear. So yeah, GG's. It's a very interesting game, and yeah, hopefully it shows up how this combo works with Wildfire never growing beyond this fire spot, and just take the bedevil or the uh darkness bomb for extra damage and extra action. This works pretty well, and I find it very fun. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video, and we'll see you next time.